What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, Big Dog Brett. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Today, we're going to be introducing a new segment, a new way to look at college football from our perspective, from our channel, and we're going to call it Football in 5. So, what we're going to do is we're going to give you whatever it is that we're going to talk about on this particular day. We're going to talk about that subject, but in 5 minutes. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Today, we're going to be talking about the University of Georgia, the players that left to go to the draft, the players that are replacing them, what to expect out of the upcoming roster. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First, we're going to be talking about the players that we lost, which is Brock Bowers, Ladd McConkey, Amarius Mims, Amari Lassiter, Javon Bullard, Tyke Smith, Cedric Van Pran, and Zion Logue. Now, as you know, Brock Bowers is an absolute legend at UGA. So whenever we are talking about is a player great, these are some of the best. I'm not going to go into each player because we're going to keep it condensed. So Brock Bowers has to be replaced. Who's going to replace him? We're going to be replacing him with Oscar Delp. Oscar Delp was a 4-star rated #1 tight end nationally. Played in all 14 games last year. We lost Ladd McConkey, wide receiver. Who's going to replace him? Dylan Bell, Arian Smith, and Dominic Lovett. Played in all 14 games. Those guys are all elite receivers. We're going to have no problems at the wide receiver position. Plus, we also picked up Colby Young, who apparently has been showing out in practice. So, Amarius Mims, guys, it's going to be difficult to replace Amarius Mims, but we have a lot of quality guys at that position, so we're going to be just fine. Amari Lassiter, cornerback, he's going to be replaced by Small Monda Jr. and Julian Humphreys. Again, top-ready guys. Javon Bullard, safety, he's gone, but we keep Malachi Starks and Dan Jackson, who's also one of the best in the business, along with KJ Bolden. Tyke Smith, we lost him at safety. Dan Jackson's going to be the safety that's going to be replacing him, but he's played in 33 games, so he's a veteran player. Cedric Van Pran, he's a center. What can you say? We're probably going to be able to find somebody who can snap the ball better than what we saw over at Alabama. So, quick. Gotta be quick. Ooh, yeah, gotta be quicker than that. Okay, looking at the center position, looks like we're going to be playing Jared Wilson. Jared Wilson is going to be our best option at replacement. He's a junior this year. He's 6'3", 310 pounds. The guy is an absolute beast. So if you're looking for a player who's going to be topping the charts, this is going to be the guy. He was the he was the 20th offensive guard prospect in 23 in the state of North Carolina, 4-star prospect, and the guy has accolades all over the place. We're going to be just fine at the center position. Now, as far as what we've got coming up, let's look at the quarterback position. The quarterback position is absolutely stacked at Georgia. We're just going to be talking about one player, and that's going to be Carson Beck. Carson Beck returns this year after having thrown almost 4,000 yards last season, has a completion percentage at 72.5%, 24 touchdowns last year. Year previously, it was a 74% completion percentage. He's in the Heisman talks right out of the gate. Running back position, hey, got to have good running backs, right? So at UGA, we've got Trevor Etienne. He came over from Florida, where he had an absolutely awesome year, even though the Florida Gators were terrible. He averaged about 5.5 to 6 yards a carry, depending on the game. Guy's going to be elite at Georgia with that great offensive line to help him out. We already talked a little bit about Oscar Delp. We already talked a little bit about the wide receivers. But if you're looking for that X factor, it's going to be UGA's dominant offensive and defensive line performance. Georgia's going to be just fine throughout the season. We're not really going to have a whole lot of problems as far as difficulty in position. This may even be one of the best teams that Georgia has fielded. Kirby Smart has won 2 national championships here in recent years and continues to recruit at a high level. He keeps bringing players in. When you're looking at what's out there right now on the UGA roster, it is absolutely loaded. It is stacked top to bottom with elite talent from all over the country. Georgia is going to have an incredible year this year. Even with the loss of Ra Thomas and a few of the other players throughout the season, Georgia's not going to miss a beat. There's tons of talent on this team. Georgia has the capability of going 12-0 this season on just the talent alone. They have a returning head coach, returning offensive coordinator, returning defensive coordinator. So, guys, Georgia is not in a bad place. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in. That's been Football in 5. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share. Go ahead and follow us down on X, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll see you guys real soon. Don't forget, have a great day. God bless.